Kilo, KE8ZZR, testing.
W8WKY.
This is KE8ZZR testing.
KE8ZZR, KD8SLG. I heard you, Harry, twice.
KE8ZZR testing.
KE8ZZR, KD8SLG. I heard you 3 times, Harry. What you testing? AB8MO, AB8MO, this is KD8SLG. Want to test Echolink before we start the party this morning if you can, Andy?
Yeah, I guess I'm hearing a whole lot more than Harry is right now. Yeah, once I finally got connected, it sounds good. It only failed twice. But 3rd time's the charm. KD8SLG from AB8MO.
Well, thank you, Andy, and you sound great. I am thinking I had to reboot my hotspot radio, my HSR node this morning, the one that my QTH. It wouldn't link to anything. It wouldn't link to Boredom Breaker Hub or WKY. So yeah, I ended up rebooting it, and that seems to it clicked in on the first one, but I wonder if something on the other side of Allstar can get changed, and everybody needs a reboot or something.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be a possibility. So maybe I'll try rebooting my clear node. It's been a while since I've done that. So thanks for the tip there, Nick. Alrighty, I got a few things to wind up here before I punch out for lunch. So I'll catch you at the top of the hour. This is AB8MO.
Cool. Thanks, Andy. We'll talk to you later on. AB8MO, KD8SLG. Clear.
KD8EPC. KD8SLG. WV3K.
WV3K, KD8SLG. How you doing, Phil?
Doing okay, Nick. I'm here in the radio room with the talkie, and I got the Netlogger on, but I don't see us up Is there anything with that that's, is it not going to take place, or do we not have Netlogger today?
At the top, there's a choose net, one of the blue buttons. You have to choose the net. It's named RCWA Boredom Breaker Net with Allstar.
I'm in that mode, and I see the new, there's like 10 nets available, and the 3.9 is not up on there.
That's because we're not hosting this net. The RCWA Boredom Breaker with Allstar is what its name. RCWA Boredom Breaker with Allstar. That's what you're looking for.
Very good. So that's the 090. All right. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. Yeah, I see EPC is operating that. All right. Thanks, Nick. I'll be on the side here, and I'll be communicating on the Netlogger, or I'll try working with the talkie if it's going to hold up.
You're sounding good for now there, Phil. Sounding good. And, yeah, be sure you click on the AIM window button there so you can bring up the blue screen and chat with us in there. I'll be watching for you. WV3K, KD8SLG.
Very good, Nick. Yeah, I know that Stefan taught me all that stuff, so I'm pretty okay with that. It's been a while since I've worked with the Netlogger, but it's not a big deal. So he helped me get it loaded up in my computer, so that I'm okay with. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. So you got me straight on just what to select and operate with the group. KD8SLG, WV3K. Thanks a lot, buddy.
This is KD8SLG. We'll be linking up to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net in about a minute and a half. KD8EPC, Dustin has the first hour. KI5OZZ, Nancy has the second hour. You're not only welcome, but encouraged to check in with both of the NCOs on their respective hours. I'm going to do the link now, and that's going to start in a little over a minute. Everyone, please stand by. It's KD8SLG.
Good afternoon and welcome to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. My name is Dustin, my call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be your net control for the first hour today. The Boredom Breaker Net meets every day at noon Central Time on the RCWA repeater, Allstar node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Arkansas, Virginia, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right. Let's see here. Now that we with no emergency or priority traffic heard, stations waiting to check into the Boredom breaker net, please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K, Phil from Canal Fulton, back to KD8 EPC, net control.
Alpha India 5, Hotel Baker, Greg and Broken Arrow. And I have Andy AV8MO in the mobile there. Do we have any other stations waiting to check in? Please call now.
5, Golf Lima Oscar. November 5, Golf Lima Oscar. Scan 5, GLO, Bill. Over, check.
All right, we picked up N5GLO Bill there. We also have KI5TAQ Taco Tim, AI5HV Greg, and KI5VVE Miss Judy. All right, let's get this party started. AV8MO at the lunch table. Andy, how you doing? What's going on in the land of snow, maple syrup?
KDDPC, this is AV8MO at the lunch table. Well, I have my usual fare of a ham and cheese sandwich with Swiss and American cheese on it, and a granola bar and a banana. Yeah, it was weird. I missed half of your last transmission. The first thing I heard was that you were going back to KD5ENU. Or, no, N5GLO, that's what it was. But I didn't hear anything before that, so I might have to do a little rebooting here and figure out what the heck's going on here. So, anyhow, well, I'll try 2 for 3. My timing was all wrong this morning, so I didn't get in on the Boredom breaker net, but I'll try to get tonight on the beacon net. So, thanks for getting me in there, Dustin. Everybody have a great afternoon, and I'll listen along here for a while. This is AV8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, it kind of sounded like I caught you mid-bite there, and I do apologize. And I'm not sure why you didn't hear me. Maybe there's hiccups in the system there, and maybe that's why we don't have a lot of check-ins yet. But we have a few, and they're all very good ones. So I'll tell you, Andy, I had a pulled pork and a mac and cheese wrap for lunch, and it was delicious. So there you go. We'll say 73, and I think it's the Josh and Lucy show tonight, so you'll be able to catch them on that one. Let's go on down the list here to my good friend Phil, WV3K. What's going on there, Phil? It was good to talk to you earlier.
QSL, Dustin, WV3K here. It was great talking to you, too, earlier on Twisted Pair. Anyway, Dustin, looking forward to maybe getting together sometime for lunch. And I think I didn't get that quite in final when we got off the phone, but anyway, great talking to you. Actually, just firing up the computer in a good while, wanting to see how it's working, and just looks like my battery's going to take a dump on me. Anyway, having a good time just getting this thing powered up. Working the talkie down here in the radio room, and Nick gave me a green light that sounds like I'm at least making it into the system. So that's good. You're working the 090 and going through Allstar, so you sound real good. KD8 EPC, net control, WV3K, back to you, buddy. Good talking with you.
All right there, Phil. Well, great to talk to you, and glad your battery didn't die. And yeah, hang around, because there's always things going on the blue screen. That's a whole different ball game there. So we'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring me on over here to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. What's going on there, Tim? Take it away.
Good afternoon, Dustin. And, of course, my wife, or or as some people would say, my YL, says hi to you. Just kind of wonder, how did Russ take to that little itty-bitty bottle that we brought up there in Ohio during Hamvention?
Well, I'll tell you, I showed it to him, but he didn't even end up drinking it because I ended up drinking it there. So there you go. That's the story with that. But he laughed about it, so there you go. And tell Miss Becca we said hello. Back to you.
Oh, that's good. At least you know at least who you can get in contact with when it comes to that kind of stuff. And of course, you should also come down to Oklahoma one of these times for a, shall we say, a ham fest. See what kind of goods we have down here. I know it may not be as much as you guys do, but anyways. And of course, you may get a chance to meet Ray and pick on Jarrett. I'll let you get on down to the bottom of the list. I'm going to go get myself ready so I can get off to the playground or to work, and then I'll possibly harass Alan. KI5DAY on that one. But this is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. Well, great to hear you out there as always. We'll say 73 to you, and I don't have too much fun there at the Big W if you can help it. Let's move on over to Greg now, AI5HV. How you doing this afternoon, Greg? What's going on?
Good afternoon, Dustin, Nick, and everyone else on the Boredom Breaker Net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Broken Arrow. I'm sitting here working on the June newsletter for the RCWA club here. I've been doing some work on a DMR code plug here for Northeast Oklahoma, and I got that published out there. So, but anyway, just getting a few things marked off the list. Hope you're having a good day so far today.
All is well in the world there, Greg. Things are going good, and I'm also working on a code plug, not for DMR, but I got these couple of Motorola radios, and I'm doing a code plug for not only analog, but P25, so that's going to be an interesting new deep dive that I'm going to have to figure out.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting code plug that I've been working on for Tulsa Aries, and it's got all the analog repeaters within a 50-mile radius. It has all the SuperLink system repeaters in it. It has all the analog repeaters for the hospital nets and any Aries set events in it, and then it has a bunch of DMR repeaters. There are 16 DMR repeaters, Northeast Oklahoma down to Oklahoma City, Edmond, Norman, and then I've got certain base frequencies or channels that they wanted in there as well. And then I've got some TGIF talk group channels if you've got a hotspot, some other channels in there for your hotspot as well as a base set of channels that you can, if you're using a repeater instead of a hotspot, you can just change the frequencies in there. But it's set up for about 6 or 7 different use case scenarios.
Very cool there. Well, I'll tell you what, if I ever come back down, I may have to snag a code plug from you beforehand and load it in the radio so it's ready to go there. So there you go. Did you have anything else for us today, Greg?
W8WKY.
Well, I did want to double check and see how the audio's coming through. I know Nick normally tells me on this rig, and I'm talking on the radio, that the audio's a little quieter perhaps than my Allstar nodes. So just wanted to double check and make sure.
Well, Greg, I don't notice it being any quieter, but just as you started to ask how you sounded, you dropped out, had a couple of small packet losses, so there you go. But your audio sounds fine. Like I said, though, just right at the very end there, you had those couple of spots where you kind of clunked out for just a half of a second.
All right, thanks. I'm using the same radio I used yesterday running the net, and that's the one that Nick tells me that the audio is normally a little low on, so I'm just trying to troubleshoot, try different things, and see if I can troubleshoot. So appreciate the read back there. I know you got several people on the list after me, so I'm going to say hope you guys have a blessed week. Thank you for all you do for amateur radio, and blessings to everybody out there on the net. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, 73.
All right there, Greg. Well, 73T, have a great afternoon, and make sure you tell Miss Judy we said hello there. Let's go on down here to Bill, N5GLO. How you doing there, Bill? And looks like you made the barometer net this morning, up earlier than I was. Take it away.
Howdy all. Yeah, I happened to make the barometer net this morning. I was out here on the board, kind of bored, and I said, wait a minute. Fired it up, see if it works. I used to not get it because my little repeater that has this net on it used to have another morning net on it, but they quit running that morning net. That was on those repeaters, so I'm like, well, I got to bring up Echolink anyway, so let me see what I can do. And that's what I did. Kind of interesting. Just wanted to say hi to the folks. We're having weird weather here. It doesn't know if it's going to rain or not. And when it rains, usually it does. And yesterday we had a short, about an hour and a half, 2-hour power outage. A lot of people in the neighborhood had a lot longer in the area had a lot longer power outage than that. But so everything's been going pretty well here. And right now I'm without adult supervision. My wife has gone over to one of her friends' houses. So they're having a ladies' gathering of some sort. So anyway, everyone have a nice one out there. Oh, and to Greg, your audio on that was sounding great today, at least on my end. So I don't know what, I know in the past you had a couple of them that were soft, but it's sounding fine right now. N5GLO.
All right there, Bill. Well, great to hear you out there. And I'll tell you, I caught about 75% of what you said, but there was a lot of noise there with you. So next time, maybe step a foot to the left, foot to the right there, or might be battery time. But great to hear you, Bill. We'll say 73, and you'll have to try to check in again tonight with Josh and Lucy to get the hat trick there. So we're going to say 73T. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. We did pick up N5VLZ Daryl and QFT Uncle Fred off of the blue screen. But we're looking for some more check-ins, so stations waiting to check in, please call now.
Kilo Golf 4, Oscar Yankee Sierra, KG4OYS Mobile, Kevin in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Well, we'll take them one at a time. And that's a good one. KG4OYS, Kevin in the mobile. How you doing there, Kevin? It's been a while.
KG4OYS, the group. Yeah, it definitely has. I've had to check in on the blue screen a few times. Trouble with my personal work truck, which has my radio equipment in it. But I think they finally got that squared away. I know the company hopes so. I do too. I hate having to be in the temporary vehicle. It's not exactly convenient, I'll put it that way. Well, it is rainy, drizzly, all the way to probably Saturday or Sunday here in scenic, beautiful, and really toothless Lynchburg, Virginia. It is not what I would call a Chamber of Commerce day. They would kind of disown a day like today. But I've been off the past 4 days, finally got a little bit of rest, Had a 3-day weekend with Memorial Day, and yesterday I had a day off because I had a doctor's appointment. I learned that if I'm going to lose my overtime for the week, I'm going to take the whole day. None of this half-day stuff. I'm going to take the whole day and kind of enjoy it. But that's all I have to say. Y'all stay happy, stay healthy. And I'll talk to y'all again tomorrow. KG4YS. Y'all have a great day, and Nick, you have a great night. Always good talking to you, my friend.
All right there, Kevin. Well, great to hear you out there today, and sorry to hear about the main truck being down there, and hopefully it gets back to the way it should be sooner than later. But always a pleasure, Kevin, and it's kind of rainy and cloudy and gross here in northeast Ohio, too, so we're staying on the warmer side of the door there. So 73, my friend, mobile safely, and we'll look forward to hearing you again. We're going to go back up to Daryl now, N5VLZ. How you doing there, Daryl?
Guess Nick Net Controller will pay attention. Somebody had a caps lock deal. But anyway, this Daryl N5VLZ Little Rock. I am just dragging today. I had insomnia, second night in a row. But last night I checked into ham radio net and also finished off transcribing some gospel poetry I'd written when I was on the psych ward last year for a week after a nervous breakdown from my brother's suicide. So got that done, but when I woke up this morning, just saw what the day, and so I changed the thing on my phone. Finally found the setting. I've set it to 24-hour setting instead of 12-hour, so now I can look at it, and if I see it in a different thing, then I'll know whether or not which side of the clock I'm on. Although I think about the meme where the hands are down to like the time of like 5:32 p.m. and all the numbers are down at the bottom, and the meme says, "Doesn't matter what the time is, I'm late anyway." I was at Holiday, Oklahoma City several years ago. Got to meet Bob Heil, K9EID, who's a silent keynote, but I think his grandson has his grandfather's call sign, and Tim Duffy, K3LR, and one of the situations which brought the house down there, Tim had been talking and introduced Bob Heil, and he handed the mic over to him, and the mic went dead. Bob said, "I'll fix this," disconnected the mic, reached into his case, pulled out one of his mic hooks, hooked it up, and it worked. He says, "This happens everywhere I go," and it brought the house down. Let me reset. Break for more. Arkansas has had, we've had 47 tornadoes this year already, and it looks like it's going to be another stormy time tomorrow, though severe weather is not expected tomorrow, but not a whole lot of rain, but it has been really nice. It's only 73 here right now in Little Rock, and feels like late April instead of late May, but rather would have the moist ground because when the fireworks start getting shot off, a stray spark can burn a place down. It did to a lawnmower shop at Southwest Little Rock last year, and I wish, though, the only ones that could have access to those things would be the professional shows, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. Folks can go to my bio on QRZ, click on the hyperlink for a list of D-Star, D-Rats, and Echolink nets in Excel or PDF format in the 4 U.S. time zone, plus ham radio PDF files. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for picking me up. Everybody stay safe, healthy, weather-wearing, radioactive. We'll turn it back to you. I believe it's KD8SLG.
W8WKY.
From N5VLZ.
All right there, Daryl. Well, that's an awful lot to unpack, but good things happening, and sounds like that was cool to meet Bob Heil. I never met him, but the club did a tour of the K3LR station last year, so that was pretty cool. And just a correction, the call is KD8 EPC Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie. KD8 SLG, Just Nick is doing the logging there for me, so there you go. 73, have a great day, and we'll catch you down the log. And let's go over to the north end of Medina, and let's talk to Uncle Fred now. K8QFT, what's going on?
Hello, Dustin. Hi, everybody out there. Well, I had to go get labs done this morning. So I had to fast for 12 hours prior. No problem. You know, have to fast for 12 hours. And then go in there, and the whole thing takes like 3 minutes. But that's the way she goes. At least I am still vertical. Not much else going on. I just thought I'd... Oh, the Guards are winning 1-0 early at Dump. Just thought I'd drop in here and make an appearance. That's about it. KE8QFT. Back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. Well, go Guards. I'm glad you got the blood work done, and hopefully they found that you are indeed a human there. Hi. We'll say 73 TM. We'll catch you on down the log. We picked up a few off the blue screen. We have Ralph, N8BAY, WD8MIU, my friend Warm Weather Wade, KI50ZZ, Miss Nancy, and K5CFY, Mr. Ray. But this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform Bravo KD8 UIB, John, Ohio.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra, KD5 AFS, Grant.
And Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango, W7STT, Cal, still down here in Garland County, Arkansas.
Kilo Echo 4, Kilo Foxtrot Hotel, Rick in Westfield, North Carolina.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. Let me tell you who we picked up here. We picked up KE8 UIB John. We have a KC5 JVT Butch. We have KD5 AFS Grant. We have W7STT Cal. And we have KE4 KFH Rick. Let's go back up here and catch John real quick because I know he's at the big W. KE8 UIB, take it away.
KD8 EPC from KE8 UIB. Good afternoon, Dustin, everybody out there on the net. Just want to drop in on this Wednesday afternoon, say hello to everybody, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to get back to work here, you guys. With that, this is KE8 UIB. I'm going to hand this back over to net control. 7-3, y'all. Thanks for running the net, Dustin.
All right there, John. Thanks for stopping by, and we're going to slip a nickel in the jar there for you and say 73. All right, with our only short time, let's go back to the top here, and let's talk to Ralph, N8BAY. How you doing?
KD8 EPC, this is N8BAY. Good afternoon, Dustin, and everyone on the net. Not doing very much this afternoon with such a cloudy, rainy day that you just want to sit and do nothing. So I thought I'd listen in on the net this afternoon. Really don't have much to contribute, just wanted to check in and say hello. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, a great rest of their week. KD8 EPC, this is N8BAY, back to net control.
All right there, Ralph. Well, thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate it there. So we'll say 73 to you and have a great afternoon, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. That's going to bring me on over to, I guess, cold, cloudy, and kind of misty and rainy weather, Wade. WD8MIU in the Buckeye State. How you doing?
Well, Dustin, I hope you're hearing me okay. I'm hearing you good. Say hi to everybody, and we're here in drizzly Massillon, Ohio. My granddaughter graduated yesterday from high school, So we went to her graduation last night, class of 500 and some, and actually got through it without getting soaked. It rained a little bit, sprinkled, but hey, at least that's over with now. I was outside in the football field. At any rate, going to go up to POTA on Saturday. At least I think I am. And hopefully I'll see a lot of people there. And other than that, I'll turn it back over to you, Dustin. Good hearing you. And say hi to Nick there. And WD8MIU, back over to you, Dustin.
All right there, Wade. Well, great to hear you out there. And we won't be at POTA. I've got to work, but we'll look forward to hopefully catching up with you next week for a meal and to hang out there and catch up because it's been a while. So we're going to say 73 to you, and we're going to go on over here to Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ, the net controller for the next hour. How you doing, Miss Nancy, and what's going on?
K88EPC and the rest of the Boredom Breaker netizens, good afternoon from KI5OZZ. I'm just hanging out this afternoon. It's kind of partly cloudy, partly sunny. Hasn't decided if it wants to warm up or not, which it can take its sweet time doing that, I'll tell you that. But at least it's not raining. So I might be able to get away with putting my gills back in the closet. Hi. So with that, I'll pass it back to you. Good to hear you and everyone else out there. And thank you, Nick, for running the show in the background there, and then I'll see you at the top of the hour. KI5OZZ 73.
All right, Miss Nancy. Well, great to hear you out there. And we've got 56, I think my computer says, and it's kind of cloudy and misty here. So, yeah, we're looking forward to a little bit warmer, but I don't want it to get super hot. I don't want it to be really, really hot. But I guess we'll take this. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log. And we're going to go on over here to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. How you doing there, Ray, and what's going on?
EPC in the net, K5CFY. Good afternoon there, Mr. Dustin. Always a pleasure to listen to you on the Boredom Breaker net on Wednesdays, and of course on the Beacon net on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. And I'm going for the trifecta today, so I'm here, and I'll try to hang around for Miss Nancy, and then I guess Josh and Lucy show tonight. So, man, it's going to be a wonderful Wednesday. I'll give it back to you, and I'm going to go out and enjoy the sunshine. I haven't seen it in a while. Catch you later, K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, enjoy that sunshine and send some of that our way because I could use a little sunshine here, too. We're going to say 73 for now, and that's going to bring me on over here to Butch, KC5GVT. What's going on?
Hey, Dustin, everything's good here in Ardmore, Oklahoma. 79 degrees. Not too bad. A little overcast. But at least, like somebody said a while ago, no rain. That's good. We've had all the rain we need. Anyway, I just got through eating some chocolate cake. So, yes, I'm doing good. So, that's all from Ardmore, Oklahoma. It's KC5JVT cleared.
W8WKY.
All right there, Butch. We'll say 73 to you, and have yourself a great afternoon. Let's jump on over here to Grant, KD5AFS. What are you smoking today, Grant?
KD8EPC in the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Dustin. Howdy, Mr. Nick on the keyboard. Nothing on the smoker today. We're supposed to have storms coming in early in the morning, tomorrow morning. So, but this weekend looks pretty promising. I may try to get something in on the smoker this weekend. Other than that, not a lot going on. Waiting for this soppy yard to dry out. I did get the ladder out, and I got my broken HF antenna. The other half of it is taken down, and now I need to get ready to put the new one up. But that'll probably be this weekend. Other than that, that's about all that's going on here, Nick. Just hopefully, I guess we had 7 inches of rain over Memorial Day, and more coming tomorrow, so I hope it's not much rain. We'll see what happens. That's all I got, Nick. Thanks for picking me up, and I will send it back. KD5 AFS.
All right there, Grant, KD5 AFS. Well, great to hear you, and I'll tell you what, I hope you don't get too much rain, too, and I'm about over the rain, and I'll tell you that's now the second time I've been called Nick today, so there you go, 3rd time's the charm, I suppose. We'll see if that happens. Hi. Grant, 73, great to hear you again, and we'll catch you on down the log. Well, let's jump on over here to Arkansas and see what Cal knows. W7STT, how you doing?
KD8 EPC Internet W7STT. Well, doing pretty fair. I'm going to have to run out just a little bit before 1 o'clock, so I'm going to miss out on the Queen of Oz there, and she'll miss my voice. Anyway, going to have to head out. Got another kid too, and they seem to want me on time. I don't know. Don't understand why. Other than that, just appreciate you letting us participate in here, and otherwise you'd keep me out. And let's see, we're looking at about 74, cloudy, although it's thinning out a little bit. It's getting a little brighter outside, but it's cloudy. Started out foggy this morning, a little light fog. And other than that, just keep going and say 7-3 to everybody. And as old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. And hopefully, well, I started saving around that hour, but I can't. Got to go. Anyway, 7-3, 88. Took a better look at part of the truth. And as old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. 88 EPC W7SDR.
All right there, Cal, you still got it. I remember a time when you couldn't remember my call sign, so there you go. Great to hear you, my friend. As always, we'll say 73, and sorry you can't make Oz's second hour, but I'm sure she'll understand there. But we're say 73, and we're going to go talk to Rick now, KE4KFH. How you doing, Rick?
Well, good afternoon, Dustin. I appreciate you being there for all of us today out here in Radio Land. Just clicked another notch to a cool 60 degrees. Been very misty and rainy. It's not raining at the present time, but the ground's really saturated, and I think we're supposed to get a little bit more before this quits, and looking forward to some sunshine very much. Dry the ground out because the grass is growing, and going to be a job. But anyway, hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon, and 73 is all out there, and I'll hand it back to you, KE4, KFH clear.
All right there, Rick. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. Rick was the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
Mark in Wadsworth, Ohio.
W3EPB mobile.
KE8 VOX Kilo Echo 8 Victor Oscar X-Ray Scott, Vermilion, Ohio.
All right, we picked up KE8 SFS Southern Mark, W3ETV Eddie in the mobile, and we picked up KE8 VOX Scott in Vermilion. Let's start here with Eddie, W3ETV in the mobile. How you doing there, Eddie? What's going on?
Hi, Dustin. I just want to say what a great bunch of hands to follow. All the those hams that were before me. They are a really great bunch of people. Anyway, just wanted to say that, and you and Nick are a great bunch of people as well. So anyway, so I just wanted to say hi. It's really very rainy here in Annapolis today. We've had a lot of rain last night. We have a lot of rain continuously today. Looks like all the way up until 8 p.m. Then we have an hour break, and then it's going to start again. So actually, we did have a little break in the rain before I got in the car, so I was able to take my trash can and recycle can back around and put them away. And I'm on my way now to the grocery store. Usually I am on my way to some store when I talk to you anyway. So anyway, just wanted to say hi, and I guess I won't be talking to you tonight. I'll be talking to Lucy and Josh, so that sounds very good. They always provide entertainment as well as you and Nick. So talk to you later, W3TV, back to net.
All right there, Eddie. Well, mobile safely out there and don't have too much fun at the grocery store. And yeah, it is Josh and Lucy night tonight. And tonight's their last one for, I mean, they're not on the schedule for June, and I'm sure they probably won't be for July either because of the baby. So have fun with them tonight because after that you're going to have to deal with me and just Nick on Wednesdays. So we'll say 73 to you and we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring me on over here to Southern Mark, K8 SFS. How you doing there, Mark? Did you play some chess today?
2 games and draw 1 game. You know, it was a stalemate, in other words, and lost 4 games. So down out kind of even in a way, almost. But I did pretty good in today. We got 57 degrees here. It's risen, you know. I like rain like tight. You can see it on the windshield, and you can feel it on your face, and but it's not really coming down hard, you know. Anyhow, doing okay and everything. Just got home from playing chess and that, and just turned on the radio, and after that I had lunch. But out of that, doing okay and everything. Like I say, I probably won't be on for Nancy. I'm gonna lay down and take a nap for a while. You know, right after I get done talking with you. So I'm gonna get it back to you. See you at the 8 circa.
All right there, Mark. Well, we'll say 73 to you, and enjoy that nap there, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. Let's jump on over here to the shores of Lake Erie and talk to Scott now, KVOX in Vermilion. What's going on, man?
Good afternoon, Dustin. Good afternoon, all listeners. K8 VOX. Scott up here in the shores of Lake Erie, Vermilion. Not a whole lot. We're not getting any rain yet, but it sure looks like it's going to rain. But I've just been doing research on either getting a tilt-over tower or tilt mast. Did that, got tired of reading about that, so then I put some power poles on a power wheel that I'm getting set up to use my drill batteries for. And then I realized there was too much voltage and had to turn around and get a voltage regulator for it. So waiting on that. That should be here tomorrow. So hope to get that all set up before the Proto event there on Saturday. And that's pretty much it. Sitting here watching the Cleveland Guardians game. They're winning 1-0. So everything's good, Dustin. Thanks for getting the net in. Thanks for getting me in. Thanks for doing the net. This K8 VOX, sending it back to net control.
All right there, Scott. Well, the tilt-over is the way to go, man. That's the best for, working on it and maintaining things. It's easier than having to try to climb a tower or anything like that. So that's your bet if you can for sure make that work. But We'll say 73 to you, Scott. Have a good day, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log there real soon. Scott was the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I got plenty of time and empty lines to fill, so the station's waiting to check in. Please call now.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie X-Ray Hotel, in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Lima Oscar, Mark, in and out.
Kilo 8, Golf Bravo, KHEB.
All right, we picked up 3 there. Let's see, we got John, we got KF8CLO Mark, both in and out, and then we have K8GB Dave up there in to the north in Michigan. So let's talk to Dave. He was the only one that's sticking around. K8GB. How you doing, Dave? What's going on up north?
Good afternoon from KHEB. Well, after we got a break in the weather for a couple days, with some sun in the 70s, we're back in the overcast and upper 50s again today. Supposed to get some rain later this afternoon. I'm just looking at the radar way down the southwestern corner of the state right now, so it looks like late this afternoon it'll get here. But it doesn't look like it should be too much. We've had a lot of these overcast days, but we haven't been dumped on in rain, just enough rain to keep things interesting, I guess. But anyway, I was just getting together with a couple of friends of mine. We were texting back and forth. We're starting to firm up plans for field day. We just started talking about last week. These are friends of mine. We get together for lunch occasionally and also do some POTA work. So we're talking about for field day now. It's on Saturday about noon, starting up and running a POTA from noon to 2, and then when field day starts at 2, switch over and run field day for the rest of the afternoon. And hopefully get 3 stations on the air for that. So we're being stages of talking about that, which is pretty good because that was something until a week ago we weren't even talking about at all. So it'll be fun. So that, not much else going on. Just wanted to check in and say hi. So back to you from KGB.
All right there, Dave. We'll enjoy that and enjoy field day. I know it's coming up quick there. Nick always tells us how many sleeps we have before field day, and I think it's only like 30-something. So enjoy that, and I'm going to do some field day with the club, but I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to play a little bit, but mostly just go to hang out with people. So Dave73, have a great day, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
KD8EPC, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8SLG, Nick in Orville, Ohio.
Boy, I was just getting ready to call you, Nick. Sounds like you're going to have to talk for the next 16 minutes. So, KD8SLG, this is KD8EPC. Take it away.
There would be no one left for Nancy at the top of the hour. They'd all leave. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Thanks, Dustin. I had a feeling with that awkward pause you'd be giving me a holler. For those of you not in Northeast Ohio, we've been talking about a POTA event on Saturday. And what's going on is 8 of the clubs in Northeast Ohio are getting together and going out to different parks all over the place in Northeast Ohio and playing POTA for a few hours at the same time. So if any of all y'all are out there and doing some hunting, look for us. If you want to find out specific parks, go to w8wky.org, and there's a listing of where everybody's going to be and when. Could be a good time. And, of course, I want to tell everybody about the Beacon Net tonight. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R, and if you can't get here, you can get there, because we are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub. So hope to hear a bunch of you there tonight for the Josh and Lucy show. Be sure to send them off with well wishes. They're going to have a baby before the end of June, I think. I've got June 28th on the poll. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. And yeah, this is their last show for who knows. So they have to just deal with us on Wednesdays, and that's okay. We have a lot of fun, and we've done it before. We'll do it again. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm at the bottom of the list. I've got plenty of time and empty lines to fill, so stations waiting to check in. Please call now.
Golf 0 Alpha
Kilo November 6 Kilo
Thomasville, North Carolina.
California.
All right, I had a double there. I didn't catch either of you. There's a Kilo something, maybe in California. Kilo station. Come again. All right, looks like we found you, Kilo November 6 Kilo Zulu. How about the other station there that I didn't catch? Go ahead and come back again.
Golf 0 Alpha Foxtrot KG0AF Elmer, Thomasville, North Carolina.
All right, KG0AF, we got you that time. Thanks for coming back, Elmer. We'll get right back to you. Let's talk to Vince real quick. KN6KKZ. How you doing there, Vince? Take it away. All right, one more time there, KN6KKZ. Vince, are you there?
Let's try this once more, Dustin. KN6KKZ. Vince in Northern California, here at the noisy old rock crushing plant. 68 degrees and sunny. Not much going on. I'll send it back to you, Dustin. KN6KKZ. Back to KD8EPC. Have a great day. 7-3.
All right there, Vince. Well, don't have too much fun crushing rocks, and we always appreciate you stopping by. Sometimes those link systems are a little funny, so glad we were able to catch you. We'll say 73 for now, and have a great afternoon. And let's go on over here to Elmer, KG0AF. How you doing?
W8WKY.
I'm doing well here. We've got cloudy skies. The rain has finally stopped. Been raining pretty good for the last 2 days. We're having weather about 20-some degrees below normal here. But yeah, just cloudy up here, but hopefully the rain clear out of here soon. Over.
I hear you there. It's kind of not quite rainy. It's misting here in Ohio and kind of just gray and 56 degrees, so we're hoping for some better weather here. Back to you.
That, yeah, it's throwing me behind. I've got a lot of work to do outside, but you can't do it when it's raining and wet. That's about all I've got today. I hope everyone on the net is doing well. And I'll say 7-3 and turn it back over to net control. KG0AF.
All right there, Elmer. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log there. Let's go over to KC8FQV, Northern Mark. Take it away.
All right, Dustin and Nick, KCFQV. Yeah, I just have to wait for all the beeps to go through. Yeah, I didn't really realize, but I think it might have been Steve the other day down in Texas was saying, yeah, DV switch is another, not a mode, but another wing or whatever to the Allstar. Yeah, I think it can do a couple of different things. It can do, I think, DMR and a couple other ones. So I didn't really realize that, but Steve, said, yeah, another one. So it can go down. And what was one day was acting up, he said, the server. But, every day we always learn things. You're never too old to learn. And like, you never grow, you never outgrow your right to vote, and everything's new things coming. Yeah, not all that good here in Northeast Ohio. A gray day, gray Ohio. But hey, thanks to Nick getting me, because he's behind the curtain, and you're in the front. So we'll send it back your way, Nick and Dustin, KC8FQV. Yeah, with song logs, I went there. So, back it comes, Nick and Dustin, KCFQV.
All right there, Mark. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. We picked up a KY4NB Scott off of the blue screen there, but this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I got plenty of time and empty lines to fill. Stations waiting to check in. Please call now.
This is Kilo Bravo 7 Delta Foxtrot Papa, Kilo Bravo 7 Delta Foxtrot Papa, Ken, Twin Falls, Idaho, mobile.
November 5 Kilo Bravo Delta and 5 KBD in and out on Echolink.
All right, we picked up a couple there. We got KB7DPF, Ken in the mobile there, and I'm waiting on the other one. The Netlogger is running just kind of slow. N5 KBD, Pete was in and out on Echolink there. So let's go to Ken over in Twin Falls, KB7DFP. How you doing, Ken?
Oh, I'm doing really well. It's a work day for me, so I'm just driving back from my house to work after having some lunch. So weather is 75 degrees. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's not too hot, not too cold, maybe a little warm, but that's what's going on here in Twin Falls, Idaho.
All right, very good there. Yeah, it's not a lot going on here in Ohio either. It's 57 degrees, cloudy, and it's kind of been a shade of Ohio gray, and it's misting all day. So that's what's going on over here. Did you have anything else for the net today, Ken?
No, I think I'm all right. Thanks for letting me check in on my short trip back to work, and you have a good rest of your day. This is KB7DFP. Mobile clear.
All right there, Ken. Well, don't have too much fun at the big W73, and thanks for stopping by. Don't be a stranger there. We're going to say 73, and that's going to bring me back up to Scott, KY4NB. What's going on over there in Tennessee?
Well, hey there, Dustin, everybody on the Boredom Breaker Net. Just breaking boredom here, and that's about it. The phone call came in, so I'm sorry about missing the check-in a while ago, and good to hear the few people I've heard so far, and I'll listen a little bit here. It's good, nice weather here, not too hot, not too cold. Seems nice enough. I wished I was outside. It would be better. That's the only thing, to be off work and be outside. Well, I'll turn it back to you, Dustin. Let's keep going with this check-in list here, and thanks for doing the net. You and Nick and everybody. 7-3s, KY4NB from Land Elvis and Barbecues.
All right. Two things I can get behind, Elvis and barbecues. So, Scott, we'll say 73 to you. Have yourself a great day and enjoy that good weather you're having there. Let's jump on over to Alex, K5AVF. What do you know, Alex? Take it away.
Good afternoon, Dustin. Good afternoon to the net. KD8 EPC, K5AVF, Alex here, 10 miles south of Tulsa. We got 73 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind out of the north, 2 miles an hour out of the north. Gray skies outside, a few blue spots out there, but mostly gray, and not a bad day, though, for if you're out doing something, except you better wear your galoshes. Do they still have galoshes? Anyway, it's pretty soggy out there. Nick, talking to Nick, but I'll talk to Nick or Dustin or whoever. Anyway, I gotta get out of here just a few minutes. I gotta take my wife into the ophthalmologist. She's gonna have cataract surgery, and they've got to do something they're calling measuring her eyeballs or something. Anyway, they got to do some kind of measurement before they start the surgery. That once they get it measured, then they'll schedule her for the surgeries, and then they'll take off with that. So they're saying it's a no big deal, which I've heard a lot of folks have cataract surgery, and in fact, I've got cataracts, but the doctor says they're not bad enough yet to do anything with. So there you go. Part of getting old. Dustin, have a great day. We'll talk to you later. KD8 EPC, K5AVF. Back to you.
All right there, Alex. I'll tell you what. I've not had cataracts. Fortunately, I'm not old enough yet. But lots of people who've had that surgery have said it's changed their lives. So hopefully, good things go well there. We'll keep you all in our prayers, and we'll say 73 for now. I've still got a couple of minutes left here. So this is KD8 EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and any other stations that want to squeeze in here on the first hour, please call now.
How about KC5 FM? KC5 FM, over.
W8WKY.
All right, I picked up KC5 FM Lloyd. There's another station, but I couldn't quite make you out. You weren't quite making the repeaters, so we'll try again here in a minute. But let's go see what Lloyd's doing, KC5 FM. What's going on in Kansas?
Western Kansas, but I still have allergies. Allergies are thick today up here. So, that's my story. Let's remember the 13 colonies coming up July the 1st. Let's remember the Constitution of the United States that governs stuff and people and how they should act. And I sure hope that you'll read the Constitution. There's a college that offers free copies if you just want to call them, email them, talk to them. It's a web platform, hillsdale.edu. Hillsdale.edu offers that free Constitution. And I hope that everybody has a nice week. Be safe. I'm not in Oklahoma, so you're likely to be safer than you were if I was in the state. But hey, I was happy to be there this week. Y'all be blessed now. KC5 FM, over.
All right mistake there, Lloyd. I think everybody should have to read the Constitution at least once there. So we'll say 73 to you. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you down the log. My time is up here, so I'm going to look for Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ. Are you ready to take the helm?
KD80PC, yes sir I am. I'll let you go ahead and finish up.
All right, well, I want to thank everybody that checked in with me on the first hour. We couldn't do this net without all our wonderful check-ins. And Miss Nancy, I want to thank you for taking the second hour. And with that, this is KD80PC. I'm going to be clear and turning net control over to KI5OZZ. Have a great net, Miss Nancy. Get lots of check-ins, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. KD80PC is clear, 73.
Fine business as always, Dustin, and thank you so much for running the first hour. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI5OZZ, the Oz, and I will be your net control for the next hour or so on today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker net. And the handle is Nancy, November Alpha, November Charlie Yankee, and I've got a question today. What was your first job or your first summer job when school let out? So before I take general check-ins, there was a station that came in right after Lloyd that was really broken up. So let's try to give him a chance to come in. Broken station that came in after Lloyd. One more time. Well, apparently that operator reached the end of his rope, so let's take some check-ins. Please come in phonetically and alphanumerically, please. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Come on in.
Please copy Kilo, Echo, 8, Uniform, India, Bravo, KE8, UIB, John, Ohio. Recheck.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Yankee, Uniform, Kilo. This is Lucy, Akron, Ohio, with Betty in the back, as well as my sister Beatrice in the back, and we are mobile.
KI5OZZ from KI5OZZ from Bravo, Mike Oscar.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa, Richard in Paris, Texas.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K, Phil and Canal Fulton. Hello, Nancy.
Bravo 8, Victor, Mike Whiskey, Jim in Barberton.
We'll try it again, KC8, Fox Queen Victor. Yeah, I don't think I doubled that time. KCFQV.
Well, let me pick it up right there. We had a couple of train wrecks. Let's see. Let me read off who I've got. And I got a couple of partials, actually one partial, and then I'll throw it out to whoever I missed. I got KE8UIB John at the salt mine. I've got KE8YUK Lucy, Betty, and Beatrice in the mobile. I'll pick you up here in just a second. I got Richard. I got Charlie Sierra Papa Richard in Texas. Come back with your full call, please.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa. Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa.
Gotcha, Richard. Thank you so much. WB9CSP. I got Phil, WV3K. I got Jim, WB8VMW. And I got Mark, KC8FQV. Who did I miss out of that set?
Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar, EBHMO.
Well, Andy, I guess you were the leftovers after the train wreck, but I'll get back to you here in just a second. Let's pick up the mobile. Lucy, Betty, and B, KE8YUK. Good afternoon, and hi, Betty. Good to hear you.
Hi, Miss Nancy. Hi, everybody. We're actually ordering at Wendy's. Betty says hi. And if you don't mind, actually, if you could put us at the back of the bus, it looks like we're going to take a little bit. Back to you.
Fine business. No worries about that, Lucy. Let's go up to the top of the list and snaggle John at the salt mine. KE8UIB. Welcome to the show this afternoon. You want to share your first job or summer job that you had with us?
KI50ZZ from KE8UIB. Good afternoon, Nancy, everybody out there on the net. My first job, my stepdad was a manager for Lawson. So when I was summer before I turned 10, I picked up a summer job cleaning the parking lot up there 2 days a week. And by the time I was in 6th grade, it was a couple nights after school a week. So that's what I started off doing, sweeping parking lots as a young kid and cutting grass. And then from there, by the time I was a teenager, I was stripping antique furniture with the preacher we went to church with. With that, you guys, this is KE8UIB. I'm going to head on back to work here so I can make that $5 dream happen a nickel at a time. 7-3, y'all. Thanks for running that, Nancy.
Fine business, John. You make sure and work that job and don't let it work you, and put a nickel in the jar for me. So we'll clear with KE8UIB. Let's hop on down to Richard, WB9CSP. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Did you have a first job or summer job that you want to share with us? WB9CSP. Are you still with us? Well, we'll put a question mark by him and see if he can come back. He sounded like he was on one of those digital modes, and it might have borked on him. So let's see. AB8MO, Andy. Good afternoon, and welcome to the show this afternoon. Are you mobile yet?
W8WK.
I am KI5Oz. This is AB8MO, Mobile, Middlefield, Ohio. Yeah, I was on Echolink at the time. I refused to use DV Switch because of it really causes a lot of chaos on the airwaves. It really, really does, from what I've observed. So I'm not going to contribute with that. So I'd rather be a courteous stepped-on operator, I guess. Anyhow, my first job, that's an interesting question. Well, I got my first job when I was 14, and I was working at I was doing just kind of odds and end manual labor jobs at a blind camp nearby, and I hated it, and my mom wouldn't let me quit. She's like, you gotta put in at least a month, and then we'll let you go. Then you can quit if you want. But I talked with the Job Training Partnership Association. I don't know. It's called JTPA. I don't think it exists anymore. But they found me some office work at the local United Way, which I liked a whole lot better. So I stayed there for the duration of the summer, and I was making minimum wage, $4.75 an hour. They can't even buy a McDonald's hamburger for $4.75 anymore. All righty, I'll throw it back to you, Nancy. Thanks for getting me in there from Soggy, Northeast Ohio. This is AB8MO.
Fine business there, Andy. You make sure and mobile safe out there, but I tell you what, at least you can still get more than a gallon of gas for $4.75. Still, anyway. All right, we'll clear with AB8MO. 73 at you. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Let's hop down and pick up Phil, WV3K. Good afternoon, and welcome to the show this afternoon. KI5OZZ here for the net.
KI5OZZ, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Nancy. I am doing well, and I hope that you are as well. I'd just like to toss out a word over towards Lucy and let her know that I'm praying for a healthy and a very happy delivery, and looking forward to hearing the joy that it will bring to Betty as she has a new little one in the family to have fun with and create some havoc like my two girls did. At least she might have a brother. Anyway, with that said, I just want to tell you I hope everything is going well your way. And my first job was I worked at Waltz TV on Canton Road, getting out of study hall the last class actually at Allen High School, and I went down there and worked on TVs and phonographs and all kinds of neat stuff, and it was fun. I enjoyed that. Made $6 an hour, and that was kind of pretty good at that time, but that was short of my having been drafted, and didn't have much time to really play with at that point, but enjoyed that, and also having a girlfriend, my first girlfriend. So that was really fun, everything, and I enjoyed the time that I spent working there, and didn't realize that at that time she had a brother who also worked there at the same time, and that wasn't learned till after I asked her out on a date. So least be said, that was a joy in my life. Turned out that it didn't last. Being in the Navy kind of made it really tough to hold on to a relationship. But I cared enough to try, and it just didn't work. So with that, I'm going to pass it off back to you, and many Lord's blessings, and may you have a real blessed day. And to you and to all on the net. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Back to KIOZZ, 5OZZ. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, and I'm clear. Thank you, Nancy, and God bless. 7-3 all.
Fine business there, Phil. Thank you for sharing with us, and hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. 73 at you. Great to talk with you, and with all of the rest of our Ohio Hamley, of course. Eau Claire with WV3K. And let's pick up some more Ohio Hamley with WB8 VMW. Good morning, Jim. How is the Sergeant at Arms? You know what? It's afternoon. I'm used to saying good morning to you, aren't I? Doggone it.
Well, good afternoon, Nancy. Yeah, it is afternoon. Yeah, you sounded as good this afternoon as you did this morning. My first job was the Army. I went to school until I found out that I knew more than the school did, so I quit. And my dad said, get a job or get out, because you're not going to be a bum here. So I joined the Army, and then I went to every school I could get my hands on. And if anybody out there thinks they are too smart to go to school, take it from somebody who kicked herself in the butt 1,000 times. You're lying to yourself. Stay in school, because that's one thing nobody can take away from you. Education. Okay, get off my soapbox. And good to hear you, Nancy, and you take care. And I'm going to head back in the living room there, sit down and watch the boob tube. We'll catch you in the morning. WB8 BMW. Back to net.
Fine business there, Jim. Thank you for the kind words. You make sure and wave howdy at your lovely for me. And you know what? I have to disagree because, I mean, when you're a teenager, don't you know everything? What do you need an education for? But I agree with you nonetheless. That's definitely something no one can take away from you is your smarts, but you got to go out there and get them first. So with that, we'll clear with WB8 VMW. Have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you, and let's pick up Mark, KC8FQV, and then Lucy, this is your warning. You're on deck. KC8FQV, come on in.
You're running up, spin it. Running up, spin it.
Well, I don't know what that was, but KCFQV. You know, you got a good question here. It was a newspaper. I started delivering newspaper, and it was a route, it was a 2-mile route. As a matter of fact, I was having a hard time quitting. Not that I was going, I was going to go to work, but they couldn't find someone to replace me on the paper route I had. As it was, I think it got split up all kinds of ways. They diced and sliced the route because they couldn't find anyone. But then I went to the school and worked, and that's where I worked until I retired. Worked there and worked while I was in school, worked after I graduated, worked. Matter of fact, when I retired, they said the personnel, secretary, she was the superintendent's secretary. I said, what do I got to do? And she said, I'll just type this letter up right now for you. So she typed it up, accept it. And I said, you know what? Put down on there, this is the second time I graduated. She said, you know what? That's good. Because I said I graduated from the school, and she knew that. She said, no, that's good. Because they give that letter to the board. They review it. The superintendent does. And I retired. But a good question, Nancy. And, Andy said, about the Hamburg, we don't stop to think about that kind of things, when we do, but then we sort of don't sometimes, and there's so many good nets out there that I check into, but there's a few that are rotten too. But these nets I check into, they're so good. And this one here, it brings out everything. So I'll send it back to net control, KC8FQV.
Well, thank you for the kind words there, Mark, and good to hear from you. And I was wondering who would be the first to say they had a newspaper route. So you're it. And also happen to be number 42, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So congratulations to Mark. We'll clear with KC8FQV and see if Lucy and Betty and Beatrice are ready to talk. K8YUK, are you with us?
I'm as with it as I ever can be, Miss Nancy. K8YUK here, with Miss Betty in the back shouting hello. And Beatrice also in the back, a little bit more polite, mostly invested in her Frosty. Yeah, we have been pretty busy today. We had to go to my dentist appointment, and I realized instead of having my mom babysit Betty, I could take the main babysitter, Beatrice. Wait, how old are you, B? 11? You're 11? She usually keeps tabs on Betty when my mom is busy. And I thought, well, Betty needs to know what the dentist is anyway. So we all carpooled way too far away from the dentist appointment. I'm hopefully going to change that now that this one's over. But anyway, and since we were out and about, we stopped at our favorite thrift store and spent too much time and probably too much money there. But Betty got a bike and some roller skates rather. They're not inlines. And we kept ourselves busy, and then we topped it off with food, and now we're headed back. As far as the answer to the question of the day, I don't remember my exact first job. I know I babysat a lot, and What else do I do? I think babysitting really was probably first. My favorite, though, was word of mouth. I started being a gardener for people in my mom's beekeeping club, and they passed me on to another wonderful woman named Anne, and she's effectively family now. She is so wonderful. She gives Betty Christmas presents, and anytime we worked for her, she would make us stop and eat ice cream. I've never had that at a job before, and very fond memories of working for her and her family. So, KE8YUK returning. I knew it was coming for me. But that's about the sum up of my adventures. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Miss Nancy. The net, everybody will be listening, and God bless on this wet Wednesday. Today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Back to you, Miss Nancy, KE8YUK, KI5OZZ.
Fine business there, Lucy, and best wishes for the bun that's about to pop out of the oven there, and give Miss Betty a younger sibling to play with. Hi. So we'll clear with KE8YUK, and thank you for participating in the net today. Have a wonderful wet Wednesday there in Ohio. 73 to you. That's the bottom of the list. Let me try WB9. CSP one more time and see if he's got a connection back. WB9 CSP, you with us, Richard? Well, I put him as a not heard, so let's take some more check-ins for today's Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ. Please come with your call phonetically and alphanumerically.
This is Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Romeo Charlie. The name is Bob. I live in Oakwood Village, Ohio. I am going to be in and out for the net. You have a nice rest of the day, Miss Nancy, and to everybody else on the net. This is KC8MRC saying 73.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra, KD5AFS.
KI5TAQ, Taco Tim in the taco truck, mobile.
So India 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu, Chuck Katusa.
CFY, Kilo 5, Charlie, Foxtrot, Yankee, Ray on the portable.
KI5OZZ, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8SLG, Nick in Orville, Ohio.
Kilo 8, Golf, Bravo, K8GB, Dave near Detroit.
Fine business, a wonderful round of check-ins there. I've got KD5 AFS, Let me give Bob his kudos and thank you for coming in and out. Got you on the log there, KC8MRC. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Now, I will continue with KD5 AFS. Got you, Grant. And then there was a carrier that was open after I heard Grant. So was there anyone? Let me roll through the rest of these and see if I'm missing anyone. I got KI5TAQ in the mobile, KI5MXC Chuck and Katusa, the Ray of Sunshine K5CFY, KD8SLG, just Nick and Dave, K8GB. Was I missing anyone?
Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee, KI5DAY, mobile.
Alan, why don't you go ahead and take it since you're mobile and you have a real wonky string depending on where you're at. Good afternoon.
Hey, Nancy.
I don't know what's going on. It's something to do with my radio and my Jeep. I'm going to have to probably either swap out the antenna and see if that's what's causing it or something else. But anyway, yeah, because I tried like 8 or 9 times to get in on the first hour, and I was getting nowhere. So anyways, I'll just say hey, and I guess first job was more or less summer jobs, working probably roofs. I mean, I did summer mowing, of course, as a kid, but my brother used to mow yards to make all that jazz, and I also did some stuff on top of roofs with my dad, even as a young guy. Going up there spreading shingles, and I could carry them up on the ladder if we had to, whatever. We had a shingle loader, so sometimes we did that as well. But anyway, since my signal is all shambled, I'll just say 73 for now, and try to figure out what's going on with my radio. KI5DAY, back to net.
Well, fine business, and maybe your antenna is having a bad hair day. Hi. We'll clear with KI5DAY. Don't make sure to work the job and don't let it work you, because I know you're on your way to the salt mine. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday there, Alan. We'll clear with KI5DAY. Let's pick up Tim in the taco truck, KI5TAQ. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. This is KI5TAQ. Yeah, like Al and I, too, am on the way to the salt mine. I see some cloudy skies. I think I'm seeing around about 71 to 74. I don't know how much because I got my sunshades on. But that's beside the point. All I could say is, yeah, I don't mind the rain as long as it doesn't get too bad. But just be safe, be careful, and of course, keep your head on a swivel because you don't know what's going to be around you, whether it be it on the job or on the road. With that said, this is KI5TAQ.
Fine business there, Tim. Thank you for that, and thank you for sharing, and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday at the salt mine, and make sure and mobile safe. So 73 to KI5TAQ. Let's pick up Grant and see what's shaking in Owasso, KD5 AFS.
W8WK.
Okay, I5OZZ in the net, KD5 AFS. Good afternoon, Nancy, and howdy, everybody. Not a lot going on here, Nancy. I took my old HF antenna down, and now I got to get ready to put the new one up, and that may be a good job for this weekend. Other than that, your question, I mowed yards and spent summers working on my grandfather's farm down in East Texas when I was a little one. But the first real job I ever had, my dad made it quite clear when I was in high school that if I wanted a car, I better have a job. So I went to work for Sears Roebuck and Company in the sporting goods department, and I worked there the last 2 years of high school and about 6 months afterwards. And I was making a whole $1.75 an hour back then, Nancy. This would have been 70 through 72, I guess. But then I decided I needed to get out of Mom and Dad's house, so I had to find a better paying job. I can't even remember what the next one was, but anyhow, good question today. Thanks for picking me up, Nancy, and I will send it back to you, and you can get on down the list. KD5 AFS.
Oh, fine business there, Grant, and thanks for sharing with us. You make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Always good to hear from you. We'll clear with KD5 AFS 73 at you. Let's pick up Chuck. I think I might have borked your call. Is that Kilo India 5, Mike X-Ray Charlie? Chuck?
Kilo India 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu, Nancy.
Gotcha. I'll correct that in the log. Thank you for that, Chuck. And how's your afternoon going?
Oh, I took a muscle relaxer earlier, and I guess I missed the whole half of the net.
Well, Fooey, but and I'm just gonna say this right here now, and yeah, I'm just joking around, but the second part of the net on Wednesday is the only part that counts. Hi. Question of the day today is we're sharing our first jobs or first summer jobs. Do you have anything to throw at us?
My first job, I worked for a linen company that delivered uniforms, and I was the lucky one that got to unload all the trucks because they did the restaurants too.
Oh boy, so you unloaded all of the incoming stuff that needed to go through the dry cleaning laundry or however it went, huh?
Yeah, and that stuff from restaurants was nasty, greasy stuff.
I bet smelly wasn't even the right word for it.
No, it was actually downright gross.
Well, it might just barely beat changing the diapers on newborn skunks.
Roger. And Grant, if you need help with the antenna, let me know. I'll come and help you.
Well, Chuck, did you want to go direct with Grant?
Yeah, I can if you don't mind.
Nope, not at all. Go ahead and place your call.
Shoot, I forgot his call sign. KD5 AFS, this is Kilo Indy 5, Mike's X-Ray Zulu. You got a copy?
I'm still here, Chuck. Let me think about that. I don't need much help. What I need is somebody that can get up on the roof like my boys, KF5QIP and KJ5AGM. The rest of it can pretty much be done on the ground, so I just need somebody to get up on the roof. So I imagine my boys will come help me with that. They kind of owe me, if you get what I mean. Back to Net Control or Chuck or whoever, KD5AFS.
All right, just let me know. Kilo Indy 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu, back to Net Control.
Oh, thank you, Chuck. I appreciate you offering that to Grant, and at least he knows he has a backup in case the owing party fall through. So, well, thanks for sharing with us for this afternoon, Chuck. You have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and 73 to you. We'll clear at KI5MXZ, and let's pick up the Ray of Sunshine, K5CFY. Good afternoon.
50ZZ in the net, K5CFY. Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. Thanks for doing the second hour. Always good to talk to you. Not much going on here. My first job, I guess, actually I mowed yards and stuff in the summertime, but my first real job, and I guess I'll be the second one, was the Tulsa World, the morning newspaper, 365 days a year, regardless of sunshine or snow or rain or whatever. But I did that, I guess, till I got 16, so I had about 2.5 years. So anyway, that's how I got started. Anyway, it was not always a lot of fun, but I guess maybe that's one reason I always get up early, because I had to back then.
Well, I've come to understand that being a morning person is either you are or you aren't. And maybe sometimes in certain persons, maybe such as yourself, it can get to be a thing. But I don't know if it's just a teenager thing or what have you, but I always remember getting up early and not having a hard time waking up. But yeah, sometimes some people just don't function before 10 a.m. and yeah, well, there you go.
Roger that. Well, fine business, Miss Nancy. And again, thanks for doing the net. We always appreciate you and all you do for us. So hope you and the better half, well, I can't say better half. Anyway, Travis, I'll just put it that way. Maybe you can go get a line wet or something. Catch you later. Get a lot more check-ins. 73, everyone, take care. K5, CFY.
Fine business, Ray. Great to talk with you, and thanks for being on my net this afternoon. You have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and make sure and give Fred a scritch on the ears for me. We'll clear with K5 CFY and 73 to you there, Ray. And let's pick up David, K8GB. Good afternoon. We're sharing first or summertime jobs that we might have had. Come on in.
Good afternoon, everyone. For a second time this afternoon from K8GB. Still overcasting in the 50s here in Detroit area. And as far as my first job, it was just before I started 11th grade. Worked for the Michigan State Fair, which was a rather large state fair we used to have in Michigan. We don't have it anymore, but at the time it was the oldest state fair in the country. And it went on for 11 days, and I worked 10 of them. And what it was is me and a couple other guys, teenagers, who our fathers all worked for the company we worked for. They delivered product out to the various stands all over the fairgrounds there. So they'd come and pick me up at my house in the morning and bring me in, and I'd get there about 10 in the morning and start the day, and then work all the way till 9 in the evening, 11 hours every day. And we got one day off in the middle, so I had 10 days in and 111 hours of work, so I averaged 11 hours a day. And what we just did is we delivered stuff to all the stands during the course of the day. The guy would drive around. We had something like similar to a golf cart type of thing. So that way you can meander our way up and down through the crowds to get to the various stands, and then we would the younger types would grab all the boxes and unload them into the various businesses. And then we get an hour or so off in the afternoon. We get a pass for the midway and ride a few rides and grab something to eat and then finish up the day. So it was a lot of work, but it was fun. I look back and enjoyed it. And we got paid cash at the end. Back in those days, it was 1970. There was no credit cards or electronic anything. It was just cash. So I guess these guys accountant, he was sitting there just piling up the cash and counting it every day in the office there, and typical accountant type with a little visor on and a mechanical adding machine. Tell us to make a clock and make all kinds of noise. And at the end of 11 days, he paid us all. I had 111 hours, and we all got $2 an hour. And he just pulled out and says, he counted out the money. Here's $222. Get out of here. So we weren't officially paid, and we didn't get a paycheck, and no withholding and all that. So statute of limitation, I guess you could say, run out. But that's what it was, $222 cash. Here you go. Have fun. Get out of here. So yeah, that was a fun time. And I opened up my first bank account after that, so I had to put the money into something. So anyway, that was it. So back to you. Hope you have a good day from KTV.
Fine business there, Dave. And you know what? You're not the first one, or actually, well, you're the first one to admit it on the net about having a under-the-table job. and I'll share mine here in a minute. But first, the one, the only, KD8SLG, just Nick at the back of the bus, right where you belong. Hiya, Nick.
KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. That's me. That's me in the back of the bus making faces at the cars behind us. So, yeah, I kept thinking of more and more things that I did when I was a kid to earn money. So here's a couple of them. I was the go-to guy in the summer to watch houses, plants, take care of pets when people went away for vacation. There were times where I would be going up the street to 3, 4, 5 houses at a time, taking care of 3 dogs, 5 cats, and God knows how many plants. What were those people thinking? And then, let's see, 13th summer, I was a little older, but not old enough to get paid yet. I worked at the hospital. I volunteered there, and I would go to people's rooms and get them in a wheelchair and take them to get their x-rays done. Oh, something else I can't believe people let 13-year-old kids do. And I was a docent, a tour guide at the Bowl Mansion and Christopher Columbus Chapel in Boalsburg, Pennsylvania. So those were fun. Didn't get paid for them, though, but my first real paying job where I got a paycheck was at a place called the Autoport. It was right around the corner from my house, and it was the first motel in Pennsylvania. And I washed dishes and bussed tables for $2.85 an hour. Those were the days. While I'm here, I'd like to remind everybody about the Beacon Net tonight. 10 o'clock Eastern, that's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. And if you can get here, you can get there, because we are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub. Hope to hear a bunch of you there tonight on the Josh and Lucy Show. Thanks, Nancy. Fine business as always. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
Nick, and thank you for the kind words and the reminder for the Beacon Net this evening. Will Claire with KD8SLG, and now I'll share my story about the first job that I ever had. I was too young to work. I was 14 years old that, end of the summer, and I got paid a half a hog under the table, no taxes, in order to run the elevator when the harvest trucks would come in and dump the grain, and that was for the family elevator. So it wasn't like a business per se, but my dad happened to work for same said ranch, and part of what I'd do is in the morning I'd grease all of the combines and wash the windows and so on like that, and then I would take the first ride in on the first grain truck to open up the elevator and get it dumped and continue to cycle for the rest of the afternoon. So there you have it. And that is the bottom of the list. So let's take some more check-ins. We got a little bit more time here before the hour is due. This is KI5OZZ for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. We're talking about the first jobs we ever had, summertime or otherwise. Come on in with your call, phonetically and alphanumerically. I'm listening.
Claremore. Kilo Oscar 5 Sierra India Echo KO5 SIE Aussie.
W5JGT Whiskey 5 Juliet Golf Tango Mobile and Broken Arrow.
Well, we got a few more there. I got KD5ENU Gill. I've got KO5SIE Aussie and W5JGT in the mobile. Come on in with your name if you would, please.
Yeah, W5JGT. Name is John out in Broken Arrow. I'm on the mobile right now, stationary actually. First job, if you can consider mowing yards. an actual job. That would be my first actual job paid with a cash money or a check on a weekly basis would have been a full service station at age 13.
Well, now you just gave away how old you are, because those haven't been around for a minute there, mister.
Yeah, I guess I did. That would have been 83.
Yeah, I remember. See, I was still in high school. No, that was right before high school for me. And there being full service stations around. And I grew up in Washington State, so there you go.
Yeah, that's about it on that. This, I believe, is my first time checking in. I wanted to, been meaning to get by and check in sooner. I've been kind of listening and toying around with new mobile here, and just thought I'd go ahead and try to check in today. And I wasn't successful a couple of times before, but that was on my end of things. I think I may have gotten some things worked out now. It's good checking in.
Well, fine business, John. I'm glad that you chose my hour to be the first time you checked in, but the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net is live at high noon, Tulsa time, every day of the week. And we run for a couple hours and maybe a little over, and you are welcome to check in with all of the net controls, and we change net controls at the top of the hours, and a little bit different, but for everyone. But Wednesday afternoons is my only slot, and we have our Ohio Hamily that runs the first hour on Wednesdays, and we've got various other local and Arkansas, etc. net controls throughout the week.
W8WKY.
Yeah, that's very well there. But I guess that's about all that I've got for now. I've got a couple of things I've got to take care of, so I'll turn it back to you, and W5JGT clear.
Fine business, John. Hope to hear you again. You make sure and have a wonderful Wednesday, and mobile safe out there. 73 to you. We'll clear with W5JGT, and let's pick up Gil, KD5ENU. Welcome, and how's it going?
Well, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. First job I ever had. Well, the first real job, I guess, was paper route. And then my second first job, real job, was at the Continental Bus Station in Muskogee, Oklahoma, which when they had the real drive-through bus stations loaded inside, not these wait outside for a bus to pick you up, but it was doing the snack bar, and that was a job, a summertime job when I was out of school, and the boss was glad when I left. He says, "I'm glad you're leaving." He said, "You're eating me out of house and home." So that was my first real job, was at the snack bar at the bus station.
Well, fine business, and I bet you ran into and talked with a variety of people from all over and heard all kinds of wild stories, I bet.
Yeah, and a lot of bums coming in too, begging for food. But yeah, I met a lot of people, and most of them were nice. A lot of them was not very kind. Like, you know, most places you get people that think they're above everybody else, even though they're riding a bus and not a plane. But anyway, I survived, and it was an experience.
Yep, and that's one reason why that everyone pretty much remembers their very first job, because they gained some real life experience for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I should say. And anyway, I'm going to get out of here and turn it back over to you. I'm going to go fix me something to eat. I haven't eaten yet. And my tummy's telling me, feed me, feed me, feed me. So I'll get out of here and turn it back over to you, and I'll see you next week. Kilo Delta 5, Echo November uniform. I'll be clear. 7-3, everybody.
7-3, Gil. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and thanks for sharing with us. We'll clear with KD5ENU, and let's pick up Aussie, KO5IE. Welcome to the show this afternoon. How's it going? KO5SIE, you still with us, Aussie?
This is Kilo Oscar 5 Sierra India Echo. Sorry about that. Had some company that walked in the door. Just wanted to say hello to them. But my first job was selling Grit newspaper when I was 12 years old out in Park Hill, Oklahoma. So that paid for a trumpet. So that's my first job, and I'll send it back to you.
Fine business there, Aussie, and enjoy your visit with your company there. We'll clear with KO5SIE. Thanks for chiming in with us, and let's pick up a couple of Blue Room check-ins. I got Eddie here, W3ETB, and Greg, AI5HV. You're on deck. Eddie, welcome to the show this afternoon. We're sharing first jobs, W3ETB.
Yeah, hi, Nancy. I was coming back from the grocery store, and I was going to try to get in before I got back, but I didn't make it. Now I had to take the groceries and bring the groceries in, so and it's still raining here in Annapolis. Let's see how much rain we got. It doesn't, the rain gauge doesn't really show that well. It's only 0.07 inches, but I know it's a lot more rain than that because it's been continuously raining. Temperature is 57 degrees, and the wind is 4.5 miles per hour in the backyard. And first jobs actually was, I guess, my very, very, very first job. I've had so many, it's hard to tell. One time I calculated, and I added up all the different titles that I've held in my 77 years, and I stopped counting at 40. So I had 40 different titles, I guess 40 different jobs that I had. But the very first one was when I was living in Orlando, Florida, and I was 11 years old, and I mowed some grass for people around the neighborhood. So that was my very first job. The next job after that, I was 15 and a half years old, and I was living in Richmond, Virginia. So big change from Florida to Virginia. And actually was going around, and back then you could just go in someplace and ask if they needed somebody, and they would hire you. So I stopped in at this place. It was a reproduction company. It was called Bill Fabry's Reproduction Company, and I remember it well. And they made blueprints, printed blueprints, and they trained me to operate the photostatic camera. So I'll pause for a second. The photostatic camera was a camera that would take and photograph. It had like a big stage, and he would photograph, large documents and stuff. And a lot of the advertising agencies around Richmond at the time would actually have their stuff ready. I would go pick it up, bring it back to the office, and photograph it, and then it would actually, when develop a negative of the original, and I could go ahead and take out the little specks and then lines and stuff like that, and then photograph it again and take it back to them. Anyway, that was it, and I wanted to ask you about your stumps, if you got all your stumps out. Back to that.
Oh, thank you for that, Eddie. Yes, mostly got them up, although there is a species of tree here. If you leave any of the roots in there, it'll start growing from that. So I'm waiting for those to pop up. I got a couple of those, but I know there's some more of those down there, but they should be no sweat.
Well, that's good. It seemed like you were out kind of late doing that, but somebody had said, well, they all had a lot of rain, so I figured, okay, you could probably have to take advantage of the opportunity while you could. W3ETB, back in that.
Fine business there, Eddie. Thank you for participating today, and you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. 73 to you. We'll clear with W3ETV, and let's pick up Greg, AI5HV. Welcome to the net this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy, and everyone else on the Border Breaker Net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, and my first job was had a newspaper route when I was 13 years old, so that's been a few years back, about 52 to be exact, and so, man, that's been forever ago. Hope you're having a good day so far, and I had a quick question. I wondered if anybody had heard back about how Ron was doing, KB5 VDB, and Lloyd Osborne, K5 OSB. I haven't heard anything from either one of them in quite a while.
Well, let's throw it out there. If anyone knows what's going on with Ron, KB5 VDB, or Lloyd, K5 OSB, I would imagine it would be either Alex, K5 AVF, or Ray, K5 CFY. Anybody know anything about the two in question? Well, Greg, I would imagine that Ray might know some more about that, but I might be able to find out a little bit more through Travis about Ron and see what's going on with that. Anything else you got for us?
Well, you did hear about my first job being a newspaper route, right?
Yep, and that seems to be one of the most popular for young boys, for sure.
Yeah, I have lots of stories from that, but I won't bore you with any of the stories right now. I appreciate you running that this hour, Miss Nancy. Hope you have a great rest of your week there. And just wanted to check in on your hour. Realized it was getting kind of late. We had stopped to have some lunch here at the house. So with that, I'll let you go and get back to the net there. See if you can get any more check-ins for the end of your shift there. So this is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, and I'll turn it back over to you. 7-3.
7-3, Greg. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and wave howdy to Judy for me, and scritch Ginger and Smokey on the ears for me. So we'll clear the AI5HV. I've got one more Blue Room check-in. Let's pick up Lloyd, KC5M. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Lloyd, are you with us? KC5 FM. I know Kansas is a long ways away, but I know you're right next door.
I had to disconnect and reconnect. I hope you're hearing me. And Nancy, you are a charm, getting all these cats herded up just right in a row. And thanks for what you do with that. Flood advisories in Oklahoma and Kansas. Don't think that the water's tremendously deep, but it's a turnaround, don't drown moment in Oklahoma and Kansas. Thanks for picking me up, Nancy. KC5FM. Over.
Oh, no worries there, Lloyd, and thank you for the kind words, and you are most definitely right about that. We do have a few low water crossings that we are expected to have water come across the road, but when you're local, you know how deep it is by where it's running on the road, so that's okay for us, and we even put out and went fishing over the weekend when the lake was 10 feet plus over. So actually it was 4 foot plus, it was 6 feet over on Friday night, and it wound up being over 10 feet, I think it was 12 feet over Sunday afternoon after we got home. So, yep, there you go. Have a great afternoon there, Lloyd. We'll clear with KC5 FM 73 at you. It's the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and make this last call for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ. Please come with your call phonetically and alphabetically. Last call. Well, I guess I don't get to work overtime today, so there you go. All right. Well, thank you to everyone who has checked in for today's net, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday. I want to thank the SARA Club for hooking up to the Boredom Breaker Hub out in Ohio, and everyone else who has hooked up through Allstar, Echolink, or otherwise. We wouldn't have a net if it wasn't for our wonderful check-ins. And I also like to thank the Rogers County Wireless Association for hosting the net on the 147 Mark 090 machine in Claremore, Oklahoma, and making this net a staple in this neck of the woods. So with that, we'll return the repeater back to normal amateur radio use, whatever that may be. And remember, folks, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. This is KI5OZZ for the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net 73.
Thanks to all who participated in the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net today. We'll be back again next Wednesday. Don't forget the Beacon Net, 10 o'clock. Early check-ins start at 9:30. It's the Josh and Ludy C show. Saturday is POTA, 10 to 2. Walker Pavilion at Portage Lakes for the SARA Club. 7 other places to go in Northeast Ohio. Check it out on www.ky.org. The repeater is returned to customary amateur use. KD8 SLG, clear.
KD5 AFS, KI5OZZ.
Hey Nancy, you're still linked to the 48496.
My bad. I didn't ever switch it over for the net. Thank you for that. Appreciate it, Nick. Hopefully I'll talk to you later on the Beacon Net. KI5OZZ.
KI50ZZ, KD8SLG. Talk to you later, Nancy.
W8WKY.